So I'm wondering, did you see this one email on the site, or not on the site, on the email where it says breakup. It says, "You really got the guts to break up with me over email, bitch? Tell you what, I just made a nice compilation of your best scenes." And then it says, "Here is," and it's a link. I'm like, damn, what did you do? I just looked, I was like, what the hell is this? I mean, it's a virus, of course, but what the fuck? So, yeah, that was cool. But I saw it and I just started fucking dying at work. It's like, this is the coolest, like, virus email I've ever seen.
Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of The Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Hello everybody and welcome to episode 38 of The Gamesmen. We are here to play roles and I'm playing the role of your host. As ever with me I've got Gary, Amras89. We're here to, we're just going to talk stuff really today. We've actually had answers from our question of the week. That's going to take up a chunk of the show, so that's kind of cool. Gary, how you doing, man?
Gilmore the Chunky is dead! He was the bane of my existence. I hate him. I got him more later. But I am doing well. I feel like shit because my allergies are kicking up. Goddamn cats and dust and shit. For this,
I've got a funny feeling that your wife and your parents are just trying to gang up on you. Just so that, they're trying to kill you so they can have your computer or something. I don't know why.
I doubt they want the computer because none of them know anything about technology.
Perhaps they put a life insurance policy on you. They're just trying to slowly kill you with cats.
They put a life insurance policy on my older brother. I know that. For quite a lot of money, I believe.
Yeah, they probably got one on you as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they need consent or not, but...
let's just get some more cats.
Well, that's Courtney. Maybe she's the one that secretly took out the policy. Yeah, I don't know. But it's been a lot of work around the house. Well, not really. I went to work yesterday, Saturday, so I spent the rest of the day not doing really anything around the house. And you're going to find one reason why I didn't in a little bit whenever I start talking, because you're going to fucking hear a rant. Yeah, Dan knows. He was listening in while I was ranting about it. But today we did a lot of painting. We got some stuffs. We're babysitting this guinea pig for my one, I think we talked about last week, my one
crazy aunt.
Well, no, it's not aunt. It was like second
crazy
cousin
second
thing.
cousin, yeah.
But yeah, like, we're watching over this thing. She had it in a fucking bird cage, and it had a like a foot by foot area basically to run around. I'm like, this thing doesn't have fucking any room to run around and do anything. Which, I mean, if it was out in the wild, where the hell do you find guinea pigs, by the way? Where would you look for a guinea pig in the wild?
I'm guessing New Guinea.
Ha ha ha! You're hilarious. Somebody tell me, because I don't know. But yeah, like, we got this this little cage for it. It's not as little. It's like 3 times as big, and it's actually very simple to put together. It's pretty cool. So put that together. Went to get the chinchillas some cookies and stuff because they love these cookies that they eat. and the pet store didn't have cookies, so I was like, fuck. The chinchilla was gonna be pissed. But yeah, like my mom and I went out this morning. It's funny because she always tries to go out the door, and it's like right after I wake up. So she's like, she goes, she has a purse and everything. I was like, where are you going? I'm going to Lowe's, like she said today. I was like, then she says, do you want to go with me? I was like, yes, I fucking tell you every goddamn week, if you go to the store, take me with you. Because, like, we go and get shit to do stuff, for the house, basically. And she puts on this credit card that I have to pay off slowly. I should stop getting stuff so I can stop paying stuff off. But, yeah, like, we got this. We got more, paint for the kitchen dining room area. And we painted more of that today. We moved the fridge around. We did all this different shit. It was fun. I didn't clamp the basement like I wanted to, but it's been an interesting, day kind of doing that stuff. I didn't even get on TeamSpeak till like 4 or 5 today, and then I didn't even play a game till like 6. So I didn't do much today with gaming, which sucks. But I can just say, hey, I'm making that up with Extra Life. Speaking of Extra Life, not today, but yesterday and the day before, like, in one day I got $50 in donations, so I was like, yay! So I was all excited, and people are donating to me. I put out, like, a huge thing. I was kind of drunk at the time, too, so it was more heartfelt, because I open up more when I'm drunk. But I put up a big thing on Facebook and Twitter. I just copied from Facebook, for Extra Life and like what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. I didn't put in the gaming thing because a lot of people are turned off by people saying, "Hey, I'm playing games for 24 hours to donate to charity." So I didn't put that in there. I said I'm doing this thing for 24 hours. I'm gonna be streaming it through Twitch and shit the whole time. And my mom was the first donation, and then the other donation, I got 2 $25 donations. So really, I got a $25 donation because my mom probably felt bad for me and decided to donate to charity. But yeah, I got like a donation from somebody who I don't know at all, but she knows my mom, so it was kind of cool. And I guess she saw it. I don't know if my mom shared it or not. But yeah, like getting donations, I'm all excited and raising money for kids. And I want to ask everyone that's listening to this podcast, it doesn't have to be me. You don't have to donate to me. I don't care. But like donate, like if you know a friend that is doing this, you should donate to them. Donate to anybody on the VG Hub team. Just donate to this charity to help kids. And hopefully, I can find the little thing that Steve used to put in the beginning where like the thing talks about Extra Life. So I'm hoping that I can find that and put it in the show, because it's this month. It's in a little under 3 weeks, I believe. So about to do Extra Life. We're gonna donate, or we're gonna raise money to Hill Kids. So I'm excited for it. But my week, that's really been it. I've just been working tons. So Dan, how about you?
Well, I'm still ill from London, so yay me.
Yeah, Friday you're just like, I feel like shit, I need to go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't really been doing much, apart from playing games. So let's just go straight into what I've been playing.
No, you can't do this. I get the glory.
So yeah, I know Gary's itching to talk about a certain game. In fact, he said earlier, "Oh, great thing, I'm not hosting this week. I get to be the first person to talk about this." So yeah, I better let him do that. I've been doing
in a special place. So.
Yep, I've basically got back and slept a lot and done a lot of cooking and set up my flight stick, and that's been about it, really. Haven't even left the village. Gary.
You left it. You went to London and everything, so you're like, I can't move from my house for like 3 weeks now, at least.
Well, I've been round to Mother's because apparently, even though Alistair the twat is down,
I I never knew his name, so woo, now I know his name.
Apparently, I still have, even though I'm, coughing all over everything, and I actually did cough just before he arrived, and then it was like into my hand, because I normally have like a tissue or something, but I coughed into my hand. I was like, ew. And then he's like there with his hand out. I was like, yeah, all right then.
I hope you get sick.
Yeah. Yeah, because even though he's there, I have to still do all the cooking. And so I'm there in the kitchen sweating away, feeling like shit, thinking I just want to go home.
Well, just make sure whenever you put his food in, you just cough right into it. And like you go to hand it to him. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
Butcher. Oh, a little extra sauce there. Lovely.
You can put some super extra special sauce, but that'll take a little bit of extra hand work there.
Mm. Yeah, and, I don't find kitchens the most erotic of places.
You got a phone, you can pull up some erotic videos.
Mum's Wi-Fi doesn't really reach the kitchen very well. I have to stand in a specific place. And that's
I'm not even going to go any further into this.
I like to watch stuff whilst I'm cooking. I was going to watch, because we had roast turkey tonight. We had a crown of turkey, and I was going to watch, what the hell was it called? Penny Dreadful.
I don't even know what that is.
TV series. But it was really too quiet, so I couldn't hear it over the oven and the extractor hood and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. But yeah, I've not been doing much at all. So Gary, what have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing a few things and been having lots of fun. So I played last night after I did this whole playcast of this one game that I'll be talking about in a tiny bit. I played some Mario Kart 8 with Steve, Tiny. Oh crap! I forgot his name. Oh, Joe or something. I can't remember. I'm sorry if you actually listen to the podcast. Let me know, because maybe it was Tim. I can't remember. Tiny Tim. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, did that for a round, which is 4 tracks. It was pretty cool. We did a team battle. It was Steve and I against Tiny, and I'm just gonna call him Tim. Tiny and Tim. Oh my god, I just got that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible person. Anyway, so played that. Steve and I won. It was a very close match, actually. It was pretty awesome. The first one was Steve and I were in first and third, and the other two were in second and fourth. And then it turned, and Steve and I were in second and fourth. And then the last match, or I can't remember what happened in the third match and fourth, what the places were exactly. But we just came up ahead by 2 points. It was like, yes! It was pretty awesome. Had a good time. Mario Kart 8 is definitely a good Saturday night thing for us to do. It's tons of fun. So if you want to join in, let us know. Let me know, and I will tell you when we do it. And then you can join in. It'll be awesome time and everything. Actually, just add JSS Lifelike to your Wii U friends list and everything. And then whenever he does a match and everything, you can know whenever he's doing it. Because it pops up whenever you get into Mario Kart 8 and everything. Also did some Minecraft, a little bit, didn't do much this week. I did so much of a game that won't get mentioned till later. Did a little bit, went around with Jason, Teflon 12, and did, kind of looked at what he's done so far. He made a tower of lava. He built like a straight up tower of dirt and then just put lava on top of it. It's pretty cool. It's just like weird and there. I can't remember. He said he wanted to do something else. Oh, he wants to build his own like gigantic tower. So we'll see how that comes out. I need to get back on there and do something. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do in the place. I should make another banquet hall like I did for the other Minecraft server that is no longer around from my cousin, and I'm very sad. And so, other than that, I finished Bullet Witch for the playcast.
That game's awesome.
That game is completely awesome, except for the shit about it. So, we played Chapter 5 and 6 this week because that's the last two of the game. There's only 6 in the game. And they take about an hour on each. I'm not going to say what I want to say yet. So Chapter 5, there's like a Silent Hill-ish kind of thing, like halfway through the chapter. It's so foggy you can't see 5 feet in front of your face. It's just horrible. And like you're trying to find this stuff, you're trying to go around this area, and you just don't know where to go because like I just circled around the edge and I went back to where you start in that area, and then I circled around again and finally found this one little open part. I was like, so that must be where I have to go. So I went there and I came up with this part. The story's not awesome because it's only 6 chapters. They can't spend too much time telling stuff. But the game's pretty cool. The game's fun. The aiming sucks and everything. I would recommend to play it, except what happened in Chapter 5. Or 6. Sorry, 6. So, in Chapter 6, you go back to the city that you basically started at the beginning of the game. And you make it through, you do all this stuff, you get more powers. Like, every 2 chapters, you get a main power, and it's, like, crazy awesome. So, you do that throughout the game, and once you get to Chapter 6, you go back, and you're going around. You're basically going around like you did before. You gotta kill these walnut head guys and stuff. And that's not bad. I need to say this now. This game needs a map horribly. You do not know where you need to go. Because it's a big area, but they don't show anything that, like, there are some points in the game that they, like, once you get so far, the thing's like 10 feet away from you, are like, go here to finish this, or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it would be nice if you showed me a thing whenever I was trying to get here earlier, because I couldn't find it. But you basically search around aimlessly until you find something, and then I get to the end boss in the game. Basically, it's just shooty if you get close enough. Sorty. So I get to the end boss, and I think the first time I just didn't know what I was doing. I screwed up and died and everything. And remember this while I'm talking. You get taken back to the beginning of the boss fight every single time. Every single time. I'm burning this into your mind. So, I go and I'm facing this boss, like, a lot. Like, I spent 4 fucking hours on the last boss fight. I was so pissed, I almost took the goddamn disc out of the tray and broke it in half. I was that pissed. So, the broken part about this game is, whenever you're doing a special move kind of thing, like lightning, you get lightning tornado. You're not going to use tornado during this at all, because you probably kill yourself using it. Because every single environment in the game is destructible, which is kind of cool for this age of game, because it came out at the beginning of Xbox 360. And then you get Meteor, and Meteor is cool. It, like, rains fire down from the sky. But, like, for this boss battle, you're just using Meteor, like, the whole time, Lightning the whole time. So, I go, and I cast Lightning, and you gotta shoot these, like, skulls, ghost head things that come out of him and shit. And then you just keep firing, keep shooting him, casting lightning every time you can, and just keep going. So I'd spend about 15 minutes, because the boss battle is not too hard, until you get to the last, like, leg of the thing. And you should listen to the playcast, because, man, I sound like I'm being, like, they didn't have as much trouble at all that I had. But I spent about 15 minutes in this boss battle, made it through all this stuff, and you gotta shoot these snake head things off of it because it has snake arm, weird stuff. And then I get to this part where he's just constantly putting up these, like, it raised the ground and explodes, so he keeps doing this over and over again. And you get caught in that animation of you starting because every time you do, like, lightning or any of these special spells, it puts you into a cutscene where it's like she says something and then she starts to cast this. She waves her broom gun thing around, and then you can cast a spell. So I'm caught in this animation, and every time I got caught in this animation, he would put up this thing. As soon as I came out of the animation, or right before I came out of the animation, it exploded, and you're caught in it, and you can't dodge out, you can't do anything. You're just stuck, and you die. So I died about 20 times killing this boss at 15 minutes through the boss every time. Well, maybe not like every time, but sometimes die at the beginning just because of the stupid thing, because he does at the beginning as well. But it's not as bad normally. But then I finally made it, and I guess I'll shout out Lee, because Lee's like, you can't do it, you're never gonna do it, and he's like, because I was saying something like, I need a drink after I do this or whatever, because I'm so pissed. And he's like, you can't drink because you suck, you're never gonna do it. And I got the motivation to do it, and I did it. I just kept going, and what I did is, he raises his arm up, and then he closes it. As soon as he closes his hand, the thing comes under you, so I jump out of the way, and then I cast this on him, and explodes, and you just have to keep doing it until the disembodied voice in your head, because you have no idea what the hell this thing is, because they never explain it. He says, like, finish this Titan, and I shit my pants. I wish I could say literally, but man, if I had to shit, I would have shit him. Because as soon as I go, like, the last boss thing is, by the way, this thing's like fucking 10 stories tall, what you're fighting. He's like running away, but he's walking slowly because he's stumbling. He's like about to die. So I get, like, I'm just chasing the whole time and everything, trying to get the spell stuff up so I can kill him. As soon as I go to kill him, use the last spell, he fucking casts the thing right under me. Like, this is the first time I've made it. And I see the thing come under me, and I was like, oh god, it explodes, and I'm like, is it gonna be gone? Is it gonna be gone? And it was gone. And I got the lightning bolt on him, I killed him, I was like, ah! I like screamed out of enjoyment, I was so excited. And like 2 hours after I beat that game, my heart was still racing. Like, I was so stressed over finishing that game. It was horrible. So yeah, I finally did that. I was excited. I never, ever fucking want to play that game again. Never. Other than that, I played the Raven Legacy of a Master Thief, and it says on Steam I played it for 7 hours. I may have let it go idle for a while I was doing other stuff and whatnot. Maybe it's like 5 hours per chapter. There's three chapters in it, and like I spent that much time on the first one. This game is gonna be a wow. Like, holy crap. But it's really good. Other than the one woman in there, who when she talks, her mouth opens really wide, she has really big teeth. And I saved the picture, and I'm gonna, as long as it works, I'm gonna check right now. Shut up. No. Yep, she's doing it. So, I'm gonna put that GIF in the show notes for people to see, because it's kind of creepy. But the game is really cool. Second chapter starts out like trippy. And it's really awesome. So far, I definitely can say people should play this shit. But, other than that, so this week, we're gonna get the games that came out this week, because we play new games here. So, Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. This came out this week, and voice acting so far is pretty good because I've heard, like, the main people that talk in it. So, like, Sherlock Holmes and Watson and, like the main people throughout the game, like Lestrade and stuff, they sound fine. They're going to be good. I don't know what the other people sound about because I haven't done like in the other Sherlock Holmes games where you go around and people are just talking on the street and just horrible British accents, stuff talking crap. Evening, Governor. But so the game is good so far. It's funny, I've been really, really into listening to Sherlock Holmes late 1930s, 1940s, and then it goes up from there. I can't remember whenever the show got canceled, but where I've been listening to it at, I've been listening to a lot of these, and one of the radio dramas that they put which all these come from like the Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's books. One of them actually came up in here, and like I'm going through, and I go to this one place, and I get here, and I like one of the things that the person said was straight from the audio, the radio broadcast, and I was like, man, if this guy is, I don't want to spoil anything, so if this guy has this happen to him, I'm going to be pissed. So I go in, oh my god, the guy's got this done to him. Damn it. I know what's going to happen now. Now, I don't know what's going to happen, like how much it's going to go up because I've been playing too much of another game to go back to this shit. It was a good thing that Dan wasn't home or whatever before this because, yeah. I would never play this game yet. So, yeah, like I'm doing all this stuff, I kind of know what's going on. I remember what happens. Like, I'm like, oh, we're going to wait at night for this guy to come by. And guess what? We did exactly that. And I know what's going to happen in the end of this part, but I'm guessing the story's going to flesh out a lot more in the end. And there's going to be some crazy stuff happening. Or maybe there's going to be multiple cases. I don't know. The game is pretty cool. I've only had one biggish kind of puzzle so far. I only played it for like 2 hours, an hour and a half-ish. And this one puzzle is really weird to like find out what this tobacco or where this tobacco came from or whatever. Even though Sherlock Holmes is like a master on tobacco shit. I had this weird like, I don't know what to call it, like a 3D puzzle kind of thing. There's layers of a picture, and then you have to turn it to line it up just right. And that's the only one I did so far. It was a little difficult. It was really cool, though, just because lining up stuff to make it look like one object is pretty awesome. The game is pretty cool so far. I love Sherlock Holmes games, even though people think they're shit, because they're dumb. I don't know. I love this weird, crazy, I love this detective kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. But the game that's been keeping me away from everything this week, like everything, and I get to talk about it first, is Shadow of Assassins Mordor Creed. So, Middle Earth, Shadow of
Batman.
Yeah, some Batman. So, Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor. This game is just so much fucking fun. I just love it. It's great. It's really cool. It's like just playing it, going through all this shit. It's so much Assassin's Creed. It's ridiculous. But it's got Lord of the Rings in it, so it's fucking cool.
And it doesn't feel at all as repetitive as some of the Assassin's Creed games can feel.
I don't know, but well, it could be repetitive, as in you're killing a lot of fucking orcs.
Well, that is true, yeah.
Everywhere, and you're just murdering them. Like, I'm running along, hey, there's a bush, hey, there's an orc, I'm gonna fucking go murder him. Like, the maps, this is one thing that kind of takes it out of Assassin's Creed, is there's not, like, I guess mostly it's soldiers. So like there aren't any like soldiers all sprinkled around and everything. They're in like towns and stuff. In this game, there are orcs everywhere. Like there's little kind of groups all around everywhere you run. Like you'll see red little marks on the map and everything for where they're at and where they're facing and everything.
Yeah,
so,
and they move around the map.
Yeah, they just keep going everywhere all the time, and like the Nemesis system is pretty cool. Where now in the beginning of the game, this isn't as fleshed out as a little bit later on when you get into the second area, because like there are war chiefs and then there are captains and like sub captains and like another sub captain, I guess you could say. I think Dan said something about like elite.
Yeah, you get elite captains.
And then, like, a regular captain.
Yeah.
So, you go around and you just murder these people, and whenever you get killed, or if you go wait, like, there are different things on the map, like, captains are doing stuff all the time. Now, it doesn't change until you do this kind of this kind of time wait thing. So, if you die, which is most of the time what happens, because I really don't let them, like, keep going. It goes, this guy did a hunt, and he, moved up a power rank, he moved up to this section, he got promoted, stuff like that. And then there are a lot of unknown orcs that keep coming into the picture, because, they're just random, you don't know anything about them yet. And, they'll just keep moving up throughout the ranks and everything. Depending on how many orcs you kill, there could be a very long wait to watch this stuff, or you can hit B and just skip the whole thing. But, it's really cool to see, like, oh, this guy took this guy's position. And now they got into the second area, they actually, because I killed every single war chief before I moved on to the second area, even though you only have to kill 4 or something like that. So I killed all the war chiefs, did that shit, and then I move on to the second area, go back to the first area, and there's new war chiefs. And one of them was, I can't remember what I said, Kumorgs, I don't know. I'm just gonna call him Chunky, because that was the last word in his name. So, this guy, he has always had fucking people around him, and I just keep getting screwed over because there's like another captain that'll show up and shit. Well, he became a war chief, and I was like, what the fuck? So, as, there are 2 captains underneath him that whenever I went to do this war chief mission thing, I got him on his own, I fucking just punched him in the face and I had to punch him in the back because he had a shield. So I killed him as quickly as possible. I killed the one captain, then I killed him because the one captain was being a douche. And then, which is cool in this, once you reach second area, the guy that's actually under him, which didn't happen before you moved on, is, the guy that's right under him moves the war chief. So it shows you after you kill a war chief, like it goes into like the screen with all the guys and stuff. And, he dies, and then it shows the guy move up the war chief right after it. So he was right there, so I went, fuck you, I'm going to kill you too. So I killed him, and then another guy moved up the war chief. Was like, it's a never-ending cycle, I can't do it. So I'm going to give up on the first area trying to kill people, but like, I caught the Assassin's Creed bug with it, and I got every single collectible in the area before I even did any of the story. I think Dan and I at least spent 6 hours at least just doing collectibles and doing
just
all the
running
sites.
about looking at stuff and leveling up.
Yeah. Man, I'm gonna spend way too much time on this game just playing it through.
And there's loads of other things you can do as well. Obviously, like freeing the slaves, that gives you more missions, which gets you more money and XP, obviously. And yeah, it's a really fun game, isn't it?
Some of the like leveling up and everything, some of those skills that you get are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like there's one that I got now that Dan was talking about. I was like, I need to get that, and then I looked at my shit and I saw, oh, I have enough points. got. And it's you get unlimited stealth kills for 20 seconds. You basically turn invisible, and you just kill everybody. It's great. And then the first time you use it, you don't have to have it charged up, but after you use it the first time, you have to charge it back up, which isn't too hard if you love to go around just stealth killing everyone. And that is definitely Assassin's Creed. You're going around, you can stealth kill, you can do the above,
aerial assassination thing.
Aerial assassinations, yeah. And, take out your bow and arrow and shoot this guy in the head. And, because you have this, after the beginning of the story, you find out stuff, and, this Wraith guy, is, a part of you, I guess, and you get Wraith abilities, and it's really cool and great, and, oh, man, game's so awesome. I'm gonna stop talking and let Dan talk about it more.
Yeah, it's a stunning looking game. If you really want to play it at the best possible fidelity, it has to be a PC, and it has to be
powerful PC.
Yeah. If you download the high texture pack, they recommend you use a 6 gig graphics card.
Which Dan and I only have a 2 gigabyte. Yeah.
So I tried it. And it was sort of playable. It wasn't, incredibly slow, but there were some big frame rate drops. So I did have to go back down to medium with everything else on ultra, just so I could have the fluid frame rate and it feel nice and smooth. But yeah, it looked absolutely stunning. I ramped it up, and I was very tempted to take some screenshots, but then I completely forgot because I was playing the game and I just got completely sucked into it. It's very brown to start with. There's a lot of mud. Hell of a lot of mud. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that, some random orc will kill you and then he'll get promoted, and if there's a space for it, actually generally they do. And then there's the fights between the different orcs, and some of these, if you die and there was a duel going on, then one of them will kill the other one or scare the crap out of the other one and they'll run away. And it's just brilliant. And all the orcs, they've got different strengths and weaknesses. So if one of them's scared of a certain type of animal, you can get one into that area, then it makes it a hell of a lot easier to kill him because he's just petrified, scared of this animal.
Or if they retreat, he gets less recognition and everything. And yeah,
there was a brilliant one where this guy was bullying other orcs to come and follow him, and
recruitment kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there's this thing. It's like a wasp nest, basically hanging down. And so I shot that, it fell down, and it turns out he's scared of these things, and so he just ran away pissing himself. And didn't get any more orcs on. And I think he might have lost a bit of respect or something. He definitely wasn't as strong as he could have been. And then I ran after him and killed him. So yeah. But yeah, awesome game, really great fun, absolutely loving it. And it's kind of weird because I really didn't. I went into it not really knowing much. I'd played 5 minutes of it at Eurogamer.
I knew nothing about it before I pre-ordered it.
Yeah, if it wasn't for that Green Man Gaming code, I probably wouldn't have got it.
Yeah, I got 25% off. So yeah.
Yep. And then they sent me a 27% off code for the DLC. So I was like, well, might as well. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I may do it. I don't know. I normally don't get a DLC in Assassin's Creed games, so maybe I should look at it. I'm not sure. What was I gonna say? Shit. Something about something.
Okay, time-wise, this game's set in between The Hobbit and First Lord of the Rings book, basically. Actually, no, it's one Lord of the Rings book in 3 volumes, so I shouldn't have said it like that. Anyway. There are nerds out there that would kill me for that. So yeah, there are some characters that you might see that appear in both books.
I would just say his goddamn name now.
Yeah, Gollum's in there.
I think he's in like the trailer
precious. Too. Yeah, I think he probably is. Yeah. I don't think it's voiced by Andy Serkis. There are the odd bits when it doesn't quite sound like him, but it could have been him on an off day or someone doing a very good impression. I haven't looked at the credits or anything yet.
I would say it's a pretty good impression, if anything.
Yeah. But yeah, cracking game. Pick it up if you haven't already got it. If it's that, if you like that kind of thing. I know Teflon's got it and he's been playing a lot of it. Lee's got it. It's the first time when, like, for ages where I know 3 other people that are playing the same game as me and at a similar kind of place.
After it comes out.
Yeah, it's kind of really quite cool. But anyway, enough of that. Elite Dangerous has had the Beta 2 update, and I'm not a happy bunny.
Why not?
I had a Type 6 hauler and 3 million bloody credits. I was on my way to getting a much better ship, and they've wiped the lot!
Yeah, what do you say something like, just remember 500 systems, and what'd you say to that?
Yeah, so it's going to take a fucking long time for me to get to any of them.
Yeah.
My old ship could do like, a 24 light year jump. You know, this one can do 6.
Whoa.
So I'm really limited to a lot of the places I can get to at the moment until I can upgrade my ship. But then there's Beta 3 coming out at the end of the month, so I might just indulge in a bit of piracy for now. But I need something with a bigger that can take more cargo. I mean, 4 tons isn't really much. You know, you can only buy things in tons, so yeah, bit of a shame. But yeah, it's looking a lot better actually. I docked into one of the stations that I normally dock in. It seems like they've done some work on the artwork on that. I don't know. I don't think the handling is noticeably different of the ships. But there's some new space stations in there, and they've got this modular one for like outposts. And as they become more busy, then there'll be another. They'll get built up and stuff, and that looks pretty cool. There's no going into it. They've just got these pads on the outside of the modular system, and you land straight on that, and then you can go down into the docks. There's no kind of little letterbox to go through. But there's also no trading in them because they're just little outposts. You can refuel and pick up a mission, but you can't really trade. So that's a bit of a shame. But yeah, it's the same great game. The first time you play it in single player, you have like this quick flight check thing to do so you can refresh your controls. So make sure you know what everything is, which was kind of cool. Unfortunately, it says what the button numbers are, and it was like button 32, and I was like, oh, which one's button 32? Is it that? Nope. Ah, that one. Right, there we go. So yeah, much more the same basically, but looking better and better, and I really want to play more of it. Other than that, little go on Fable Anniversary. I'm still plugging away at that. I'm still really enjoying it. I've been slightly distracted by Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I really do need to play Fable sometime.
Yeah, of course you fucking do.
I gotta download it now.
Well, hey, you also need to play Elite Dangerous, and we both need to play Star Citizen because the private matches lobbies are back up.
Yeah.
And so we could have a little firefight or a race or whatever.
The race will be fun. I mean, you kick my ass because you got a faster ship, but
yeah. I might crash more though.
You got a faster time, me. I doubt you're gonna crash as much.
Possibly. I haven't really played it since getting back from London, so I'm really crap at the moment. It takes me a good few, 10, 15 minutes or so to get back into the handling, which again has been tweaked.
I'm sure we get used to it before we actually win to our match. Maybe I shouldn't, so I can be better. I don't know.
Yeah,
of course, that might well be too.
A good idea. But anyway, that's it for everything we've been doing and playing, so we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with some news. Okay, we are back and we are bringing you the news. And Gary is going to take the first article with stuff happening somewhere else in the world.
Yep, so this comes from China. And you know how well the Xbox One did in Japan?
Oh yeah, they love it over there. Queues and queues and queues of people not buying it. Waiting for buses and trains and things instead.
I think I just got, soaked. Really soaked. In sarcasm. So, the place that months ago, I believe it was now, said that they finally opened back up to actually having video game consoles, which is China. They haven't had a console in a long time. I can't remember how long it's been. It says right here, 14 years. So, yeah, the Xbox One launched over in China. And the reason for this article is because of the games that they launched over there. There are 10 approved games, and the thing about China and their games is they're very strict on what can come over to them because of all their laws and shit. So, these are the 10 games that came out there. And boy, are they fucking awesome, especially the last one. So, there's
some are alright.
Yeah. Forza Motorsports 5, which, racing game, if you like racing, go you. Connect Sports Rivals, if you like Connect and the sports games that they come out with. Of course, I'm talking China right now, I guess. So, you've never had this before. Power Star Golf, Zoo Tycoon, Max, The Curse of Brotherhood, which I've heard a lot of people say is pretty good. So, play that, at least. Dance Central Spotlight, Neverwinter Online, which I think is actually a China thing itself. I think it's being developed over there. I know it's an Asian thing at least, so I'm not sure who exactly is developing it or where they're based at. Rayman Legends, good game. Trials Fusion, pretty awesome. If you like to have difficult shit, of course, they're over there, so they're probably amazing at it. And then the last one, which is probably the one you have to go buy right now. If you're listening to this and you're over in China, you should probably get this. Naughty Kitties.
Yeah, that sounds old. I didn't even know it existed.
Neither did I. But it's a lot over in China, so yeah.
I don't know if I even want to Google Naughty Kitties.
Funny thing is, I just Googled it. This one thing I'm looking at, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a side-scrolling shooter game, like space shooter. And I'm trying to remember the one game that I used to play a lot, a long time ago. It's kind of like that, except better graphically. Google Images is coming out with kittens, for one of those, sub things that you can click on to get more, pictures and stuff. The cat looks cute.
Yeah, I've just seen, it's by Coconut Island. Yeah, yeah. Basically, you've got some kind of hovering blimp thing, rocket-powered ship thing, and you've got 4 kitties on there, and they've got the lucky kitty. It's weird as hell. But yeah, the whole thing about it is the only games that are allowed to be sold in the country are those that don't threaten China's national unity, sovereignty, or territorial integrity. And also anything that promotes cult superstitions, obscenity, drug use, violence, or gambling, they're not allowed as well. But apparently they're trying to get another 70 games on there. They're never going to see GTA, are they?
No, and they're never going to see... What was the one that was actually in Hong Kong? Was that Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah.
But that was the one made by Ubisoft. Ubisoft.
I have no idea.
Watch Dogs, that's what it was. Yeah, everyone remembers that fucking game. I felt like a horrible person now, because that just came out not too long ago, and I actually played it. Yeah, the lineup of games over there is for a child. Poor
Well, apparently they're working on another 70 games, but unfortunately I can't read Chinese, so I can't tell you what they are.
Google Translate.
I think it's just an article saying the 10 games that are out, and I didn't even know there was a Chinese version of Engadget even.
Huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's really all I have to say about that, Dan. You can take the next piece.
Well, the next bit, Microsoft, they're announcing Windows 10, because they can't count. There's someone at Microsoft obviously can't count. It goes Xbox 360, Xbox One. What the fuck? Now it's going Windows 7, Windows 8, 8.1, 10. I don't know. But yeah, they've announced...
They never learned numbers.
Yeah. That's why there's so many holes in the operating systems. It's that guy that can't count properly. I don't know. Perhaps it's binary and it's actually Windows 2. Anyway, it's coming out in late 2015. So late next year, which is a bit later than the rumours were saying, but I suppose that was because people were thinking that it was Windows 9. They're obviously skipping that. It's probably too good. But yeah, apparently it's going to run across an incredibly broad set of devices.
Aren't they saying Windows 10 is going to be more with Xbox One or something?
You're going to be able to use Windows 10 apps on the Xbox One.
That's what it is.
Possibly. So yeah, some of the devices that will have like 4-inch. That will work with it. Will have 4-inch screens. Other will have 80-inch screens. Some won't even have screens at all. So yeah, they're going to be. It's going to be you'll be able to use it on loads of things, including phones, I imagine. Yeah, some of them devices will primarily use touch and pen, others mouse and keyboard, and others will be controller or gesture based. Because gesture based stuff works so well, we'll love it.
Connect. That's why they didn't get rid of it on the. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Apparently, a chap at the BBC noted that the software will run on a wide range of devices, from smartphones and tablets to PCs and Xbox games consoles, with applications sold from a single store. So that could be interesting. It might be possible that we might get some more Xbox One exclusives coming over to the PC, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Fable, I'm looking at you. So yeah, it's interesting. It's got a start bar. Yes. And apparently you'll be able to, you know how you can snap web pages to one side or the other side of the screen, so you can get them taking up exactly half the screen on Windows 7.
Yeah.
Well, with the apps, you'll be able to snap them to different quadrants on the screen, and even create multiple desktops, each with their own toolbar.
Like the 4 corners, I'm guessing?
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. And I guess if you had a massive screen, you might even be able to split it up even more and then have, lots of them all over the place.
Well, I don't think they'd work with different screens. I think they'd have to just do it like you can do it this way. Because say somebody has like a 32-inch screen compared to like a 20-inch, you're not going to be I don't think they're going to have some like, you put it in the middle of the screen, you're going to be able to snap that to the middle and then to the 4 corners and stuff.
But you might be able to divide the screen in half so that on the left-hand side you can have 4 in that bit, and on the right-hand side you could maybe have another 4. That would be cool. Or just have the one page open, so you could have your Twitter feed, Facebook feed, and maybe YouTube and something else in those 4, and whilst you're working away on the other half.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like it could be kind of cool. I might end up having to get this one, because I don't want to make the move to 8s just yet. And since, I'll probably get it 2016. Yeah.
Well, it looks like I skip every 2 because it went Windows XP, the Vista, and then 7. I skipped Vista, went to 7, and I'm not going to 8, so I guess I'll go to 9. I mean 10.
9 plus 1.
Yeah, I'm going to 9 plus 1. There we go.
So yeah, more to come on this topic because there's more stuff. But apparently, their focus is on Xbox right now to offer the best games this holiday. But they'll have more to share on additional Xbox plans at a later date. I don't know if that means crossovers. But yeah, could be interesting. So yeah, that's it really. They've announced Windows 10. Woo!
Yay! So the
next, depending on if you even give a shit.
Well, I'm hoping it's going to be good enough that I'll actually get it. But next piece of news, which I'm going to talk about briefly because the Gamesmen don't like this game. Well, 1, because it's not on the PC, and 2, because it's not an MMO. Oh, I guess that just explained the game. Destiny! So I guess there's this guy in there called Cryptarch.
Cryptarch. I don't know.
This looks like a B, but I think it's cut. Oh no, sorry, I had it highlighted. It got rid of the Y. Yeah, Cryptarch. I'm gonna guess. I guess you take your items or engrams or whatever the hell it is. I don't know how this game works. To him to get like different stuff, like weapon wise or whatever.
Oh, a bit like the magic toilet in
yeah, Guild Wars.
Guild Wars 2,
like that. Yeah. Except I don't think in this game you actually have to mix different items to get the right stuff. But I guess you can get legendary stuff out of him and whatnot. And it's been very, very slim chance of getting a legendary thing. Welcome to a fucking MMO. Let me tell you about the gold I spent trying to get my legendary. But apparently they put in a patch to make it...
That was just your precursor.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I mean, getting the legendary, you just put everything together to get it.
Yeah.
You actually have to get different items to get that. But yeah, getting a legendary, I'm guessing armor and weapons and stuff is how this game works. I don't know exactly. But yeah, they put in a patch to make it easier to get this stuff, which welcome to breaking the fucking aspect of working for something a month into the game being released. Like, come on. Why, like, getting legendary stuff should be special, not,
it should be hard work.
Yeah. Let everybody get it right fucking away so they stop playing the game faster.
Well, it's just, that kind of culture now where everyone gets a prize for winning the race, and it's the entering that matters, not the taking part. All that bullshit that they teach kids at school now.
It's just like, what is there to work towards in the game? Like, is there anything that people are going to be like, hey, I need to do this to get this? And, I guess I just found out that they took out the loot cave, so...
Yeah.
I was fucking right. Because it's just fucking wrong in the first place. But yeah, like, item drops and everything, if you're gonna... Especially, like, we're gonna bring back Guild Wars because that's the MMO I know. You have to fucking play a lot to get a god, or you have to do the events in the world and everything to get chests that drop that can get you rare loot. And you don't get rare loot very often, like ever. I've gotten exotic so slim, it's ridiculous. So, and like, I don't want them to make it easier because it's like, I need to work for this. It's like achieving a goal.
But you don't have to.
Yeah,
You can always spend a ridiculous amount of money on in-game gold and then go and buy it.
Or you can just get gold and then buy it eventually. But, like, I mean, you can do it that way, or you can actually, because depending on what you get, some things are very expensive and some things are not very expensive. it's what you look for, it's your build and everything that goes towards that. But, like, I don't think they should have changed this. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are happy, but, like, I would rather work towards getting something that's, say, I'm sure the first people in Guild Wars that got their legendaries, like, you know, the first person that ever got it is like, yes, I got this, I'm the first person to work, like, 6 weeks or whatever to get this thing. Actually, what was it? It said, like, in Guild Wars 2, you're gonna have to play for 6 months to get your legendary. It took people forever to get their legendaries. And that's, like, the thing, you know, you can feel like you're special, and, like, whenever Dan and I got our legendaries, we're like, yes! And, you know, it's a great accomplishment to get something like that, but to say, hey, let's make it easier for you, not even, because I remember Steve saying something about Guild Wars, like, I'm just gonna wait for them to make it easier to get the legendaries or whatever, because, I guess they did that in Guild Wars 1 when it made it easier. But still, it hasn't happened yet. The game's been out for 2 years now?
Yeah, you got your second birthday present the other day.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, so, like, it's been out for 2 years. They haven't changed any of that shit, really. They've, you know, patches all the time, doing all this different stuff, new content, all this. And they haven't made it easier to do your stuff yet. So, not even a month in, like, I don't see Destiny. Bungie doesn't know how to make it MMO type game that's gonna last for 10 years. I mean, hell, fucking, WoW just made it, what the hell are they on? 12 now? 10? I don't know. They just made their 10 years, I think. So, yeah. I don't see Destiny lasting this long. I don't even know if Guild Wars can last this long, so, good luck on that. But yeah, like, that's all I really have to say about it. It's just disappointing that they're making it easier this fast. People shouldn't get legendaries this fast. That's all I really need to say. People need to work towards their shit. Dan, take your piece.
Okay, well, this is interesting. The Wii U, is it? I don't know. I've just lost the thing. Yes. The Wii U is getting Minecraft. Well, no, it's not getting Minecraft. It's getting Stone Shire, which is a lot like Minecraft. Woo! It's being made by a 2-team company called Finger Gun Games. And it's a voxel-based game inspired by Minecraft. Also, apparently Dwarf Fortress and Dungeons and Dragons, with a heavy emphasis on the former. The developers explain that the gamepad is well suited to the genre. The 3DS is also on the cards should it be successful. It's being produced in the Unity engine and has procedural worlds. But it'll be kept simple. There'll be no leveling system, but there will be enemies such as goblins, along with the normal stuff of, you know, exploring, mining, and building. So yeah, cool. Minecraft, yay!
It's funny that this came out like after Microsoft bought them and everything. So I wonder if people are gonna get this because like, oh my god, Minecraft may never come to the Wii U now and stuff like that. So, I mean, people will probably play it, especially if you don't have access to a computer or any of the other consoles. I think people will play it just to be like, oh, this, I heard this is like that game that everyone else plays.
Yeah, well, I guess, you know, if you know, it's not on Wii U, is it, Minecraft?
No, not yet. No, it's like the last one. It's supposed. I can't remember what it was. Like I think it was like a it may come out kind of thing. I'm not sure. Or they talked about it, so I don't know if it is now or not because of this buyover. I think it would eventually come there, just because it needs to be on everything so they can make more money. So maybe something like same thing with the Vita version where people know it's in the works and it's supposed to be coming out. I think that this could be the same way where, okay, it's going to come out because that's like the contract that was that was made. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, so if you only have a Wii U to play on and you've really wanted to get a Minecraft fix, then I guess this'll do. But there are a lot of Minecraft clones coming in on Nintendo platforms, so make sure you pick the best one. But yeah, what's next, Gary?
It has something to do with this game that I can't wait to play because it's going to be pretty awesome. Bayonetta 2. And I should have looked this up exactly. Kamiya, I'm guessing he's like one of the main guys behind Bayonetta 2, or in Platinum Games and stuff. Basically, this article, which I thought was funny, says, want Bayonetta 2 on PS4 and Xbox One? You might as well ask for Zelda or Mario. So, Kamiya from I'm gonna guess Platinum, was mentioning stuff, and basically, Bayonetta 2 would never have existed without Nintendo. Like, Nintendo put their full support behind it, and they're the ones that are funding, for the game to come out. So, like, don't even fucking think about getting it on there, because you're not. So, I think it's gonna be a great game. Get a Wii U, like Stu Fowler from the Veteran Gamers did, because that's the reason he got the Wii U, which is funny because Nintendo Oki, Micah, I believe, said, it's not going to be a game that people are really going to get a Wii U for. And somebody from podcasts, that we know and everything, has actually got a Wii U because of it. So that's pretty interesting. And there is a long kind of quote or whatever from this guy, so I'm gonna read it out with my nasally awesome voice that I have right now. I think I've discussed many times before, but here goes. First of all, we, meaning Platinum Games, are developers and receive support from publishers by making games that they request or suggest. As for Bayonetta, we developed the game after signing a deal with Sega. Later, it was decided to also develop the sequel, so we started working on Bayonetta 2. When development had progressed to a certain degree in Sega's situation, it turned to, this isn't a good plan, so developers halted temporarily. Without funding, we didn't have the possibility to continue development, but we wanted to get this partially developed Bayonetta 2 available to the public one way or another. So we offered it to various publishers, but as it is a big title, we couldn't find a partner company. Finally, Bayonetta 2 was about to be terminated completely when Nintendo came in and lent a hand, and we were able to restart the development we so desired. Finally, the game was released last week. Oh yeah, that's right, it was released earlier in Japan. It's coming out the 24th in America. I'm not sure about UK. So in 5 years, we were able to make Bayonetta 2 available to the public. Knowing those circumstances, if someone is still angry for heading towards Nintendo, I wonder what's the reason for that. Would you tell me in a way that is easy to understand? As I have said earlier, if you want Bayonetta 2 on PS4 X1, how about trying to ask Nintendo? Nintendo doesn't say yes, it's not going to happen. While you're at it, try ask for Mario and Zelda 2. Yeah, this is a game, like, if people like the first Bayonetta, maybe they'll get the second, or maybe they'll get a Wii U for a second one. I mean, definitely if, they put all their money behind this thing, so, well, not all their money. They put a nice chunk behind it so, they can have this, and so it can be done, and I'm guessing whoever at Nintendo said, hey, we should get this Bayonetta 2, because it's gonna be awesome. So, I don't know, I'm gonna play it because it looks like a really good game. Dan, what do you think?
I don't think I'm going to get a Wii U, because I can't afford it.
Well, you suck. I'm sure you wouldn't get it for Bayonetta anyway, but...
No.
You'll get it for... I don't know, Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah, and Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, we need to play that shit.
And other stuff. But anyway, next news. And we're going back to Microsoft, specifically Windows 10. Right now, you can download the Well, where the bloody hell's the thing gone for? Don't say I closed it. Oh, no, there it is. Right now, you can try out Windows 10 if you go to, whatever the site is. You can, download the kind of early access version, I guess you'd call it. But you might want to think twice. When you download it, but before you download it, there's a load of permissions that you have to accept in order to start the download. And they are really quite intrusive. The policy basically states, Microsoft collects information about you, your devices, applications and networks, and your use of those devices, applications and networks. Examples of data we collect include your name, email address, preferences and interests, browsing, search and file history, phone call and SMS data, device configuration and sensor data, and application usage. So it also, they don't just collect information about yourself, but your activity in various different features. It goes on to say, we may collect information about your device and applications and use it for purposes such as determining or improving compatibility, and use voice input features like speech to text. We may collect voice information and use it for purposes such as improving speech processing. If you open a file, we may collect information about the file, the application used to open the file, and how long it takes any use of it for purposes such as improving performance. Or if you enter text, we may collect typed characters. We may collect typed characters and use them for purposes such as improving autocomplete and spell check features. Which is pretty alarming, really, isn't it? I mean,
yeah, it's basically like they're just gathering everything you do on your PC.
Yeah, and the reasons are so they can make Windows 10 better, but it's kind of put me off trying it out, to be honest. Not that I've got anything to hide, I just don't want them knowing everything I do. Oh, they probably know already.
If I want to go on a porn site, I don't want them to know about it.
Yeah. I don't want them to know exactly how long I've been on that porn site, so they can figure out how long it takes me to jerk off.
I don't want them to know that I go to xhamster.com. Which is funny because the guy at my Courtney looked at me because she knows about it. This one guy I worked at my old job, he used to just joke around all the time. He's like, yeah, you should go to xhamster and all this shit. And I went there, I was like, Courtney, look at this, I'm gonna go here now. And I went to xhamster. It's actually like a not bad porn site, I guess. It's got many categories and stuff. Nothing with hamsters. Which is, I guess, weird. I don't know. Thank God. But yeah.
I think bestiality is illegal in most countries. So they probably wouldn't have anything with hamsters on it.
Yeah. But yeah, that guy was weird. Keep going on while people ponder what the fuck I just talked about.
Yeah. So anyway, if you don't care about all the everything that they basically have the right to access once you start downloading Windows 10.
Which is everything, basically.
Yeah. I mean, you might be typing... basically, if you are going to try it out, don't do anything that you'd want to keep secure, like banking or writing, I don't know, death threats.
Yeah, like, what if they even accidentally, you went onto or just say, let's just say Amazon, and you went and it's like, put in your bank card information, they saved that, and then somebody hacked it, got your bank card information out of it.
Well, exactly. So, I know that before I get Windows 10, I am going to be reading that policy as much as I can before I fall asleep.
Which means I'm going to ask Dan, what did you read on there, so I don't have to read it.
Yeah, if the answer is I'm still on Windows 7.
Yeah, I guess the day that he moves over to Windows 10 and tells me, I'm like, okay, I guess we get it.
Yeah, so it'd be kind of cool to know what you guys think of it if you've looked into trying Windows 10, if that's put you off. But yeah, I think that's about it for the news. So we'll take another quick break and then we'll be back with all our usual stuff, Quest of the Week, which is quite long this week, and the cleanup and the correspondence and all of that stuff. So, yay, break time. Woo! Okay, we are back, and Quest of the Week last week, we couldn't really think of anything, so we just said, ask us a question, or questions, or whatever it was, and we've had some response. Woohoo! Mainly from one person, but, it's alright, we've got a couple of others as well. And, Gary, why don't you take the first one?
So the first one's from the wife, and I think it was because of me bitching about Bullet Witch. Because she put this in while we were recording. She said, Pebbles 91010, she says, what would be the one thing you would change about Bullet Witch if you had the chance?
I've got an answer for that.
Well, fine, you answer first then.
I'd make it longer and harder, just to piss Gary off.
Well, it could be longer and harder if I just played on a higher difficulty, I guess. So, yeah, I play on normal. The one thing I would change would have to be the final boss battle. No, I'm not gonna say final boss battle. Just checkpoints in boss battle. Actually, this is like the only boss battle that you'd really need checkpoints because the other boss battles aren't really boss battles. But like checkpoints within them. And I said this on the playcast, but it was like, if Platinum, like they're doing Bullet Witch, doing Bayonetta 2, if they made like Bullet Witch 2 and made it a lot better and like did better shit with the first one, I'd probably replay Bullet Witch. So yeah, they need to do that. But checkpoints within battles is horrible because getting sent back to the beginning of a boss battle, you could say like after changing a form or after this certain thing happens, because there's like a cutscene for the second part and all that stuff. If they just changed that, it'd be a lot nicer. I don't want to talk about Bullet Witch anymore. Damn, what's the next question?
Okay, well the next one is from Teflon12, and he says, what's your beef with Bullet? No. Says, what is your absolute favourite RPG and why? I've been thinking about this ever since I read it earlier today, actually. And it's a really tough one.
It's horribly hard.
I think for me, it's going to have to be Morrowind, because it's the first proper RPG that I really enjoyed playing and kind of went balls deep into. And that was on the original Xbox. I know I could have played RPGs a lot earlier than that, but I didn't. I was into other games.
Games.
Yeah, mainly racing games and shooty games and yeah. Anyway, more action-y games. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be Morrowind, and I still play it now. I've got it with a load of mods in to make it look like and play like a more modern RPG. It's got a great story, and it's it's a classic. I think I'm going to have to say that one. Gary, what about you?
I have to play Morrowind. I have it on Steam. So yeah, same thing. Hard question to answer and everything. Like Skyrim's awesome. Elder Scrolls games are really awesome.
If it was JRPG, it would be easy.
Well,
but it's not, so.
I mean, it's still an RPG, it's just a Japanese RPG.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he means JRPG.
Well, that's that changes my answer if I can't say JRPG.
It's a different genre, isn't it?
Well, it depends how you look at it. I mean, JRPGs are very tedious, long-going, like turn-based kind of. The older ones are all turn-based and stuff like that, where they're crazy hard. I'm still gonna probably go with JRPG at the end. Fallout games are fucking amazing. I love those a lot, like crazy a lot. Like Fallout 4, I'm gonna fucking get that day it comes out, no matter what. I should probably say Fallout, because the first one was cool and all that stuff. Maybe I will change my answer. I don't know. But getting into JRPGs, like Final Fantasy VII, I fucking love the shit out of that game.
Oh yeah,
I played it. And Xenoblade Chronicles is a really cool game. I love the battle structure and everything to it. It's really awesome and amazing, and it's crazy, and it just works so well. And I can't believe they didn't bring it over into the U.S. until this whole fucking petition thing happened. And what the hell would they call it? Project Rainfall or whatever. So those games were awesome, but now I'm just gonna change the answer, even though I was gonna choose Final Fantasy VII since Dan said stuff about JRPGs. Final Fantasy VII is so amazing. Final Fantasy games, they're fucking awesome. Like those are top on my list, and Final Fantasy 15 looks really fucking cool and awesome and great, and I can't wait to play that one. But I think I'm gonna go back, and now that I mentioned it, Fallout. Those games have been great. The story, not completely the story, but like the stuff you can do with the characters in it, all the crazy stuff, the post-apocalyptic nuclear shit. I just love those. So I'm gonna go with Fallout. I can't wait to play the next one. I've completely loved those games, and after Bethesda took over and did Fallout 3. That was the first game that I just looked at every single video and stuff they came out with. All the awesome, crazy, old time commercials, like 1940s-ish commercials and stuff. Like, where are you gonna be when the nukes drop and all that stuff? And they just, so cool to see that. And then they show, Fallout and all that stuff. They showed the Fat Boy and all that stuff. It was hilarious. It was great. I followed the whole thing. I got it like day of release, and I played so many hours. Actually, that was probably one of the RPGs, that series, 3 in New Vegas. I played through those so many times for the achievements and to do it a good way, a bad way, trying to be neutral during it. And it was just so much fun. I loved it. It was fucking awesome. So yeah, I think from me talking about it, I need to go play Fallout now. But yeah, great stuff. That is my game. And on to the next one, which is also from,
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I completely forgot whose turn it was. Talk too much. So Jason says, what are the top 3 games you're hoping to pick up on the next Steam sale? And, well, the best way to do this is just what's on your wish list, because they come with so many damn games. Now, the next one is going to be an October one, more of a horror-y style film. Now, if you're talking about the big one, which is like Christmas, where they have, I don't even remember what they call it, they have 2 weeks at least of just Steam sales that go on. And
since they're so close together, we'll go for both of those sales.
We'll just say, big Steam sales in general, because for the next one, it's just going to be, the weekend of Halloween and stuff, because I don't think they have a big Halloween one. But for that, I'm just going to refer to the wish list, because that's normally games that I want to come out. Now, basically, it's going to be a 75% sell for this one. Dynasty Warriors 8. right now it is actually 50% off and it's $25. I'm waiting for a 75% sell on that. So that one I want to get. Bound by Flame, Jason, to actually send this in. He wants me to get, so I want to get it and try it out and stuff like that. Killer is Dead is, since John Mao, from, the Play Vault, talked about it, I just fucking really, really want to get that game. And the other one that I'd have to say, I think you only said 3, but I'm going to mention this one. I'm going to wait for the sale on it. And it actually, it was on sale just a couple of days ago, and I should have picked it up. Valiant Hearts. I want to get that.
Oh, yeah.
That is one that's going to be pretty awesome to get, so that will be my finishing. I mean, there's a bunch of my wish list that I want to get, but I'm trying to name, like, some of the bigger ones that I really would like. So yeah, those are mine. Dan, how about you?
South Park Stick of Truth.
That's on my wish list as well.
Yeah,
I think my cousin has on 360. I'm actually just going to get off him to play.
Yeah, I'd like to give that a go. I don't want to pay full price because I'm cheap.
And
Transistor.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one as well.
There's so many. This is really easy for me. I'd also like Kerbal Space Program. So there we go.
See, I did demo. I'm just like, yeah, that's enough for me. I don't know if I could get fully into it and stuff.
I haven't done the demo yet, actually. I should probably give that a go. Then, of course, there's a load of others that I really want. Valiant Hearts.
Well, speaking of
Space
Fallout,
Base DF9, that looks awesome.
Speaking of Fallout, like Wasteland 2 just came out, and that'd be a cool one. That's more of a back to the like original Fallout games. I mean, Wasteland came out, and that's the reason that Fallout was born, just because of that. So
yeah,
that is one that I'd like to get, and I'll probably get it on Steam sale sometime. That just came out like 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah, Majesty Gold Edition is 80% off at the moment. Yeah, okay, well the next one is from Mr. Jess as Lifelike. And he says, now that you've played Mordor, obviously Shadow of, is there any merit to Charles Randall's claim? And his claim, basically, he did a load of tweets saying, seriously, can someone tell me how Assassin's Creed 2 code and assets are in this Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor game? Watch the video. That's Assassin's Creed 2 stuff in there. Code and animation for sure, he said. I spent 2 years staring at Assassin's Creed 2. I know it when I see it. I know I don't have any legal rights to what I did on Assassin's Creed 2, but I sure hope I get a special thanks on that Middle-earth game. He actually goes on to say it looks awesome as well. And
yeah, this is a whole
yeah, it's good fun. Now, it does look remarkably similar in places. I must admit that.
Oh yeah, it is very Assassin's Creed like with the sneaking around.
Yeah, and there's only so many ways you could animate someone jumping off something onto someone else's body. And actually, the way that when he gets up and kills them, that is a different animation. It looks similar, but it's actually completely different.
Now, the thing that I was talking about, because you showed me a video, Dan.
Yeah.
And in Assassin's Creed, this is the way that is definitely different, is whenever he assassinates someone, he uses the hidden blade, and then in Shadow of Mordor, where he's using his dagger, which is
and it goes into the side and not the same areas. But the climbing does look remarkably similar, but then, I guess people climbing up stuff, then they tend to look quite similar. If you watch a bunch of people rock climbing, they tend to climb in very similar ways. So,
except for this one thing that I watched yesterday or the day before, where this guy's climbing up this wall and he can't...
Oh, and he flips himself up.
Yeah, he fucking flips himself around on the wall and grabs it. I was like, oh my god, it was crazy.
Yeah, that is nuts. But then, of course, other games do have different styles of, different animation styles. Look at Mirror's Edge or Batman or, or anything with climbing in, they do have slight differences. Whether or not it's actually Assassin's Creed 2 code in there, it's hard to tell without actually having access to the code. But yeah, someone needs to check that out and find out. I mean, you never know. Ubisoft might have said, here, we'll rent the code out, which could be quite a cool way of doing it. Gets them some more money, gets a game made quicker. But yeah, it's tough it's hard to tell. It really is. I know there's a quote from one of the guys behind the game saying, they weren't thinking about Assassin's Creed, but when you've got, stealth and swordplay and running about, then it's obviously going to draw similarities. And the combat is, very Batman-esque. It feels very similar to that, but
Batman with a sword.
but it actually feels a bit easier than Batman. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the orcs are slower.
Well, the thing we were talking about was if, whenever he's going, hitting and stuff, and the counter comes up, it feels like you have more time to counter.
Yeah.
And you can use, you were telling me, it was preemptively kind of countering you can do. Because, you see someone coming up to you, you're like, okay, this guy's gonna do, I'm gonna bash Y until he does it. And, it happens a second later or whatever, you're like, oh, already did it. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, and it's a tough call. Possibly. But, comparing the two, it's quite hard to do, especially in combat, because it's very hard to get a similar scene. But if you just look at the two side by side with someone, an air assassination, there are, to my mind, enough differences to say that it might just be coincidence and they just look similar. But
no, I must say, before anybody even said anything Assassin's Creed to me, first half an hour I was playing the game, I was like, wow, this combat feels like Assassin's Creed, this feels like Assassin's Creed. So, it does have that Assassin's Creed feel to it a lot with, Batman combat where it's very fluid in how you're, attacking people and everything is really cool. And he doesn't hop around the screen as much. He does more like a graceful lunge at people and stuff whenever he's attacking them. And it works very well, and the game's really awesome. And, I mean, the thing that really gets me is, the Lord of the Rings. I love that lore and everything to it. But I think the one thing Steve and I were talking about on the phone was, the wires stuff. It kind of looks like clothes wire. I don't exactly know why these buildings would be connected with this wire stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But that stuff's there, so you walk on it, you go above something, you just assassinate from it. So yeah, that stuff definitely feels like Assassin's Creed. So, I mean, I could say I understand his claims, all this stuff that feels like it, because I definitely feel the Assassin's Creed feel to it. And the last thing that Dan said from his quotes, I will give him a special thanks for it because it made this game fucking awesome. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you for helping Shadow of Mordor make this game awesome. It's a good game. It's not like you said, he doesn't have any legal rights to it, so maybe if Ubisoft said, hey, this is Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, if it does turn out they've used it and not permission, then there's going to be some head rolling and it won't be the orcs.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that game. I love cutting their heads off. Because that means they can't come back. But yeah, I guess if they do have... See, I know nothing about code. I don't know how that stuff works. I guess if there's a code that says he does this to this to this, and then, it shows up in Assassin's Creed like that, yeah, I guess that's stolen code, and they shouldn't be able to do that, and can get fined, sued, I don't know, whatever for it, for stealing their assets. But yeah, good game, and good question to make us talk about this game more. I'm not going to bed early now because I want to play it.
I want to play it and Elite Dangerous, but I can't play them both at the same time.
You don't need to work on that new ship right now.
That's true. I could do it tomorrow.
And the most difficult question we have for this week, because it's not even this year yet, is Jason's last question, which is, what games are you hoping to get in 2015? My count is up to 12. Man, Jason's been keeping such a head count on all of his games. And
yeah, he's got a list, and some of them are already bought. And
yeah, he's like trying to, he's very good on, I'm going to manage my money and say, okay, this is gaming and this is the games that I want to get, and hopefully I can get them all.
Damn it, I need $1,000 more. No!
Just prostitute yourself for a night and you'll be good. I'll be visiting you on the corner next week.
Ain't no one wanting to rent my ass.
But, I guess I'll start off with this one. It's not going to happen next year. It's probably going to happen the year after because they haven't announced it yet. But Fallout 4. I just need to say that because I want it so bad. Hopefully it's one of those surprise things that nobody knows about, but will happen, hopefully. Like that game that's just, they're keeping so secret that nobody's going to know about it. It's going to come up next week.
Yeah, that and an Elder Scrolls game that isn't an MMO.
Yeah. No, Elder Scrolls will come out for a while.
I know.
With
One can hope.
Skyrim and well, PC getting all those mods and everything, people are just gonna keep working on that forever. But Steve would kill me if I didn't say it. Xenoblade Chronicles, that game is going to be so goddamn good. I need to beat the first Xenoblade Chronicles game. So I definitely do that. But X is gonna be fucking awesome. What was the other? Oh, Zelda Wii U, whatever they're gonna name that. That game's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to play it. Open world Zelda. I am going to fucking. We're probably gonna have to cancel the podcast for a month because I'm not gonna stop playing it.
That would be something I'd get a Wii U for as well.
Yeah, as soon as I'm talking about it, you're like, oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
I love Zelda games in general, but if they're going to make an open world Zelda, and if they get, like, voice acting into it, like, maybe not give Link a voice, I think they can keep it without Link getting a voice, but, man, if they get, like, voice acting in that shit, instead of, like, the weird things that characters do, and I always go back to, like, Majora's Mask where the construction worker guys are like, "Ka!" It'd be cool to hear people actually talk. It'd be great. That game is definitely going to be next year. Hopefully, if it's next year, it'll definitely be a purchase for me. Witcher 3. I have to beat Witcher 2, since I have more time, it's like, yes, I can finish that game before it comes out. So, I'll finish that, and then I'll get Witcher 3 when it comes out, because of, what was that thing we talked about a couple weeks or month or whatever ago, Dan? It's gonna take you how long to get across the map? Like, hours?
No, we talked about it last week.
Was it last?
It's gonna take, 30 minutes real time on a horse to go from one side to the other.
But if you walk, it's going to take hours.
Yeah, and if you walk, it's going to take hours and hours and hours and hours. It looks amazing. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's good. I think that's going to be... I think they're going to hit their pinnacle of awesomeness in this game, so I'm excited to see that.
I just remembered the guy said, if you're playing it on PC, of course, the best platform. And then he was like, yeah, Master Race. And he did a little show of hands. And he was like, so here's going to be playing it on PC, and over half the room. We're like, yep.
Awesome. And another game I'm going to have to pick up because I know there's a group of us that will be having a lot of fun on that. It's going to be Splatoon. Splatoon's going to be fucking cool. Hopefully
good
they
fun.
get Hopefully they get the team chat stuff actually going for this and not screw it up, because it'll be pretty awesome being able to talk to your team and I'm here. Oh God, there's like 3 people here. Shoot over to me now. It'll be awesome to actually get that stuff going in it. I wish like I could just be like, hey Nintendo, like I need somebody inside Nintendo to talk to them and be like, hey, you need to do this. Like they need to listen to the voice of reason on the outside and what other consoles are doing right now and have done for years. Nintendo's very bad with that stuff. They just don't want to. I don't know. I'm just gonna quit saying stuff because I could say like every game that I know that's coming out next year. Because there are going to be a lot of good games next year that I want to get. So Dan, what do you want next year?
Well, a load of stuff that I haven't picked up this year, obviously. Hopefully they'll be cheaper next year, or really cheap next year, including the ones I've already mentioned, of course. Witcher 3, that's a given. GTA 5, the PC version. Looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
More stuff on Star Citizen. I doubt we'll be getting close to... Well, I think it's probably going to be out early 2016, maybe. Maybe a bit later. But I'm looking forward to, maybe getting access to Arena 42, that part of it. That would be cool. And Arena 42, which is pretty much a game on its own. Anything that Telltale Games are going to put out. Obviously, that's a given. And what else? I don't know. When I was reading through this, I was thinking, I haven't really thought much about next year. I'm still working on this year. So yeah, it's a bit of a tough one. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I there's so much good stuff still coming out this year that I'm not.
I'll work on
not even really...
next year.
Yeah. Evolve looks kind of cool, but I'm not sure if I really want that. Saints Row Get Out of Hell. Which isn't really it's a standalone bit of DLC. I'm kind of looking forward to more of that awesomeness. And of course, who can not be superly excited for American Truck Simulator coming out around the 20th of February?
Is it really American Truck Simulator?
Yeah. Of course, then there's Batman Arkham Knight. That looks freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah. I pre-ordered both editions. Collector's editions.
Oh, yeah, you did, didn't you? You fool.
But they're so cool.
Oh, Mad Max. That could be interesting. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky. Gotta get that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that. There's no way around that. Our flight's taken, might as well make use of it.
Oh man, so much stuff. So yeah, more when I think about them. I'm actually not too worried about The Division.
Yeah, neither am I.
But meh. Toy Soldiers War Chest. I did like the Toy Soldiers games. That'll be a nice little fun game to play. So yeah, there's a few, I guess.
Few.
Okay, yeah. So this week we are asking you what you think of Windows 10's. Well, basically the policy thing that you have to sign that gives them all these permissions to access pretty much everything you do. Is this just for developing Windows 10, or do you think maybe they have some more nefarious means? Are they going to be selling your data to make more money? Is Windows 10 going to be stupidly expensive? Anyway, tell us what you think, and if anyone answers, we'll talk about it on the show next week. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, clean up. We've had a few TGM checks. So let's get into those. Gary, do you want to take the first one?
Yeah,
Or the second one?
I'll take the first one. So, from person haven't heard from in a while and everything, OC_ Amaryllis. Go Nicole, we love you. Good stuff, get back on Minecraft. TeamSpeak actually. A little Destiny when I get 5 minutes, and Clash of Clans on my phone with the G4TE clan. Yeah, they've been doing some shit. Apparently they had their first major battle kind of thing. I don't know how that game works. And they kicked ass. And then she says, miss playing Minecraft with y'all XX.
Cool. The next one is from Pebbles91010. I nearly said 91210. Hashtag, at the Gamesmen RPG, hashtag TGM check. Been playing Guild Wars 2, Minecraft, and Disney Infinity 2.0. I must say, I'm absolutely in love with Disney Infinity 2.0. Not the person that spent a ton of money on it, no, just the game.
No, I'm the one that spends all the money. She's the one that gets to enjoy the glory of benefits of having the game. Don't look at me like that. You know what you did. Yeah, she fucking loves Disney Infinity. She should be playing right now, but she's playing Guild Wars. Kind of weird. Yeah, she's in love with that. And Teflon12 says at the Games RPG, a little Minecraft on the VG Hub server. Half-minute hero, which you finished in a half minute. It was kind of funny. I was going to put up a victory chief. And Orc Slaughter Simulator, aka Shadow of Mordor. So many orcs have died at my hands.
And last but by no means least, JSS Lifelike, he says, playing nothing but finally saw Captain America, the Winter Soldier. 70s espionage kind of awesome with superheroes. Trying to get my Menuify, even, to work on my Wii. Dark Wii theme with a custom health screen AVI that I hope to make. So, yeah, he's making a cool little, he's making an arcade machine out of a Wii U. And it's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to see some photos of it.
Yeah, look at the hashtag WeArcadeCabinet, and I can't remember where he put this on. It may have been Tumblr. I'll have to look it up. I'll put a link in whenever I post the show. But yeah, he's actually making a page with all this shit of him doing it and stuff. It's going to be pretty cool instructions, I think, for making it. And yeah, he was talking to me the other day about the Wii menu themes and stuff, and there's some pretty cool ones in there. And it's something that I should do if I actually use my Wii ever again. Maybe I should just make mine into an arcade cabinet, I don't know.
Okay, shout outs, Gary.
Yeah, Jason for giving us half our questions for this week, over half the questions for this week, for the quest and everything. And he called us lazy bastards.
My parents were married when they had me, thank you very much.
So yeah, he tried to get other people doing it, and I retweeted his stuff, and that way not many people answered. Actually, like, Courtney answered at the end while we were recording, and, you know, Steve answered because he's our lovely, lovely creator. He can create me all day long.
You made him sound like God.
He's the Gamesmen God, I guess. Yeah, the other people I want to shout out. Definitely, I forgot to do this a couple weeks ago now. Rabbit Scotsman, the lovely, lovely host that has been on for a very long time that we have to go on. But he's really busy, and the reason he's really, really busy right now, him and his wife bought a game store.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's fucking cool, and I'm gonna put in a link. I don't know if they have I think they have a webpage. I can't remember. Yeah, they do, because I went there. And if you live around them in the Colorado area, from looking at where it is on the webpage, because you're looking at this because you clicked on the link, as I was talking about it, go check out their place. They do a bunch of board game kind of stuff. Like, it seems like D&D-ish and stuff like that. If I go to Colorado, I'm fucking going there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because I need to say hi. It's just awesome that they actually bought this place and they're doing all this stuff. It seems like a really awesome thing, and I'd love to have something like this. I'd be like, hey, I bought this place. I can play D&D all I want. I even got a wardrobe for people to dress up. But yeah,
no, not that wardrobe.
It's just for the wife.
That's for Thursdays.
We have a yaoi night. Yeah. And since we finished it, I'm going to shout out the Bullet Witch playcast with Shelby, Tony, and Ethan from Nintendo Oki. And definitely Ethan for getting a new internet, which is still funny because he still dropped in the middle of it once. So, but he got new internet. He had something like, he was telling me it was like dial-up speeds what he had before, and I was like, dear God, that's horrible. But he got some new internet, and it's much faster. Like he was talking about, he downloaded 4 games overnight and stuff. So he's all excited about that. It was pretty awesome. And as Dan put it here, oh crap, I forgot his name. Which the Mario Kart 8 thing with Steve, Tiny, Tim, and yeah. So that was a lot of fun of beating each other up with items. I remember Steve sent me a text saying like, let me hit you with shells or something like that. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I need to do that too. So yeah, that was a fun night. I don't think I have anybody else to shout out, so Dan.
Yeah, obviously Scott, I'm really jealous. I'm just looking through the stuff they do. They have like dinner parties and stuff. That's freaking awesome. They open some wine, have some nibbles, try out a new board game each week. And if you wear a fancy or funky hat, you get a discount. That's freaking awesome.
Scott's got some good ideas with that. I think, like, someone like, I'll make this sound bad, someone like him, you know, he has this great, crazy mind, and he can come up with some awesome stuff. Not like he takes business to the next level with stuff that's like awesome and crazy and cool. So definitely, like, he has this chick good. he knows what to do. So I'm excited. I hope that he hasn't been on TeamSpeak in a while because of this. So I do want to talk to him whenever he gets back on and see how everything's going and, you know, how he came up with the not idea, but like how he came, well, yeah, I guess the ideas of how, you know, he's running his place and everything. It's just fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean, last time I spoke to him before he was doing this, before I even knew he was doing this, he kept it under his hat quite well. He was painting loads of miniatures, and, you know, that's always been a big part of, you know, stuff he likes doing. And, it's freaking, they got movie nights. Oh. Why is it so far away?
So far away.
Yeah, so, wow, freaking awesome. My mate James, Jay Tansley on Twitter, he's just finished working at the hotel he works at. They are closing down, and it's all being turned into apartments. So that's kind of sad. But it was a cool place, and he had a good time working there, so that was cool. But he now seems to have hand, foot, and mouth, which is a weird kind of virus with no cure. But it'll disappear eventually. But yeah, that's interesting. So get well soon. I think it's because he's been under a lot of stress recently. And, yeah, obviously everyone that's got in contact with us on this show. So that's, OC Amaryllis, Pebbles, Teflon, JSS Lifelike. And if I've missed anyone out, then I'm very sorry.
That's where you mentioned the world.
Yeah, go and check out the world. It's awesome. You don't always have to be sat there
It's on
gaming.
Google Earth.
Yeah. And go check out vghub.net. There's a load of cool stuff there, all gaming related. Hence the VG. And guess I better give them a shout out. Batch and Destination Gamer. They just posted their 4th episode. Go and check it out. They have some cool stuff in there. They do a little quiz and some jokes and things.
Horrible gaming jokes. The worst you can come up with is...
Well, it wasn't going to go that bad, but yeah. So I guess that's about it. Gary, where can we get hold of you for the week to come?
Oh, God.
Inside an auction tent by the sound of it.
I'm probably not going to be on Xbox ever again because I may have, I don't know, drunkenly, like, smashed my Xbox with Bullet Witch inside of it. I don't know.
Do you mean you have?
No, it's the Halo Reach Edition. I can't break that. I'll caress it. So Skype's Amras89, Twitter, same, Star Citizen also. Amras_89 is Steam and Nintendo Network, and Minecraft is going to be Amras1289, and I'm on my Vita every once in a while, so the PSN is Amras0289. So find me there. Dan, you.
I am pretty much Hardlydan everywhere that I want to be got in contact with. Apart from in Star Citizen, where at the moment I am still Bumcake Avenger. So,
Elite Dangerous.
Sorry, Elite Dangerous, yes. That will be changing at some point before release. Because then they'll probably end up charging you for change. And I'll be stuck being the Bumcake Avenger for the rest of my life in Elite Day. No, that can't happen.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, so I think that's about it. Gary, I'm going to nip off for a minute. You tell everyone where they can get hold of us.
Yeah, you got about 10 minutes. You can fall asleep. I'm gonna run through this as quick as possible because I need to do that shit. So you can find us at Facebook at facebook.com/. I don't know if you can do that. The Gamesmen podcast on Facebook is where you can find us there, and you can send us voicemails at the Gamesmen RPG hotline, which is 412-267-RPG1, and let us hear your voice because we love hearing voices of people if you're not in the UK, because we don't want you to spend all your money just talking to us. But if you do want to send us in, why don't you record yourself with something like Audacity or something, and give us an email and send your MP3 in there, or you can send us in stuff like RPG questions, anything like that. Get in contact with us, talk to us, let us know how you feel about us, because we love reading stuff that's not about breaking up that I don't remember doing or Dan doesn't remember doing. That was kind of strange.
If it was me, there's a whole relationship I don't remember.
I was too drunk. And then you can find us on Twitter at the Gamesmen RPG, and we have a new follower, Superverse_game. Yeah. That sounds like awesome. And then you can also send in your #TGM checks and quests and answer stuff like, I don't know, what do you think of Microsoft and Windows 10 being stupid? And then you can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/gamesmenrpg, and we got a new subscriber on there, which is Francis Gyram. You can go with Gyram. That sounds cool. If I fuck up your name, don't kill me. And then you can also find us on Twitch, because I stream on there a lot. I haven't streamed Shadow Mordor lately because I did it for 2 nights and nobody fucking watched. So Sherlock Holmes, people watch that shit all off. But we have new followers on there actually, which is subscribers. I don't even know what they call there. I think it's followers. Evil Burrito 99, which is Jason's cousin. So go you awesome cousin, nephew, guy. Forgot what you are now. And Eki is cool 123 and Jake_dog1. So Yay! People are still subscribing because of I play weird shit on there like Putt-Putt. And then also we want iTunes reviews. Please send us one in. I want to read it out, or Dan wants to read it out. We'll have a fight to the death over who will read it out. So if you want the Games and Podcast and want us to murder each other, send us an iTunes review, I guess.
I'm not flying over there just to kill you, man. That's too expensive.
Maybe I'll come over there to kill you. I don't know. Fund us to do it. We'll have a duel. I don't know. We'll use wooden swords so we don't actually have to finish in the podcast. Or I'm gonna have to find a new host. Or Dan's gonna have to find a new host. And yeah, I can do that. So anyway, send us one in. That was way too much talk about iTunes. Maybe people will actually send it in because we talked about it. But anyway, Dan, get us out of here so I can play some Shadow Mordor before I go to bed.
Okay, well, that will do it for episode 38. So on behalf of Amras89, I am Hardlydan. We are the Gamesmen, and until next time, we ask...
What role will you play? The fuck?
That was just me going...
I think I got that.
It wasn't coming out my ass or anything.
I'd hope so.
Let it die, let it die.
Let this song die right now.
Oh god, Mum was fucking watching,
Frozen?
No. Worse. I was going to say, he doesn't want to take a photo, he's got to take a GIF, so they're fapping.
So they're fapping?
Yeah, fapping. God! That sounded like you were just about to vomit.
Oh, I think I was blacked out.
I just heard this.
I just thought of a gif of somebody fapping, and it's just fucking wrong.
Especially with one of those hats on.
No! No!
If not fully satisfied with this podcast, please return any portions for a full refund.
I can't even have sex right.